The Erie Depot is our next adventure? Okay, let's go in.
Hi, welcome to Chester, New York in Orange County. I'm Clif Patrick, the Town of Chester historian, and well, welcome to Chester. If you arrived here in 1915, just after the 1915 Erie Station was built, this on the railroad, we're on the main line, the Erie main line. This is probably how you would have arrived, especially in the spring when all the roads were muddy before they were paved. And that's the way people traveled, especially between towns. Alan Held was an Eagle Scout in 2012, put together this marker which explains Chester and what it was like to travel by rail. And actually there's a neat little map here. So this is the Erie main line. So this would be going towards Jersey City and Monroe, and this would be going west towards Chicago, the next town being Goshen, New York. We're going to visit the 1915 Erie Railroad Station, which replaced the 1841 Erie Station, which was the first station on the Erie main line to have a full-time station agent. When the 1915 station was built, the 1841 station was moved about 100 feet to the east and then used as a freight station for the next 50 or 60 years. So, welcome to the 1915 Erie Railroad Station. The train would have pulled up here, stopped, and then you would have deboarded onto the platform. If the weather wasn't nice, you probably made a quick beeline to get underneath the platform. You'll notice there are very generous eaves on the building, so the passengers or people on the platform had a little shelter if the weather wasn't too nice. This end is would have been the men's waiting room, and this door would have been the trackside entrance to the men's waiting room. The men's waiting room was separate from the ladies' waiting room. You didn't want to despoil the genteel gender and kids with the vulgarities of tobacco and other things. You'll notice the windows are, for this portion of the building, set out a little bit, the station master's office. And this way, the station master could look up and down the track to see when trains were coming or departing. And when the station was built, it was heated with coal. In the basement was a coal burning furnace. And this little plate right here covers up the coal chute. So train would come and they'd set up some chutes and just slide the coal right into the basement. And that could be shoveled into the coal furnace and keep the place warm in the winter. This was the trackside entrance to the ladies' waiting room. And then on the end was a baggage room. So the passengers would come off the train, and then they'd unload their baggage, and the baggage would go into the baggage room waiting to get picked up to go with the people wherever they were going, to a local hotel or some other place. Before we walk around towards the village side of the building, you can take a look at the roof. These are terracotta tiles made by Ludwinki, and they were made in 1914. And when the Chester Historical Society took possession of the station, roughly a quarter of these tiles were smashed or broken. It was quite a challenge to get the tiles replaced. This is what we call the west end of the station, and let's walk over towards the village side of the station. Welcome to the village of Chester. Again, we have another baggage room door. So if you were coming into Chester, pull up here and they take your baggage, load it onto the carriage, and then the carriage could pull up into the porte-cochere, and you have cover, and you climb onto the carriage and be taken to your hotel or wherever your destination was locally. Originally, the concrete sidewalk was made with cinder-based concrete, which was very unstable and was falling apart with the years that had passed. And that was one of the things we were able to do, is get a whole new sidewalk and platform with modern concrete. Well, maybe we'll talk about this another time. Thanks for coming to Chester. After the